Hi guys, it's me Annie and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I know I haven't seen you guys in a very long time, and I hope you guys have been well since the last video. So let's get on with today's topic. Today's video is, which door do you want to enter through? So when we do things with our hearts, when we do things with actual intention, we don't expect anything in return, so it doesn't weigh us down because we're not expecting anything back. It doesn't bother us to do it because we're doing it with a willing soul. It doesn't tire us down, and it doesn't make us hurt. But when we do things in obligation, or because we want to do it to look good to someone, or to do it just to look good in the moment, we end up tired and upset and annoyed because we never really wanted to do it out of our true intentions in the first place, and we just wanted to appear good. So when we do things with our hearts, that is meant for the people who actually want to go through the struggle and want to resist till the end. If we read into Matthew 24:13, it says, "But the one who endures to the end will be saved." So even in the midst of adversity, even when we're tired, upset, and hurt, when we go through all of these hard things in friendships and families, when we go through these hard struggles in our life within school and things like that, we don't choose to switch out of schools, or we don't switch lives, or we don't just switch our relationship with friends and things like that. When we're going through hard things, when we're going through struggles, we don't just avoid it and just go through a different path, but we try to do what we can to help a situation better, to help it be possible when everything seems impossible in that moment. And this is because God can do the impossible, and He helps us to hold throughout these relationships. And it's the same thing in the ministry. When it's tough, when it's hard, when faith is hard, the easiest option will always be to avoid it, avoid confrontation, avoid trying to fix the problem, and just leave. But that's the worst thing we can do. The worst thing we can do is just leave it. And we decided to go through the easy option, through the more common option, and we decided to not go through struggles sometimes because it can be a lot more comfortable with our souls. But the Bible tells us that going through a narrow door, a wide door, would be better. If we read into Matthew 7 verses 13 and 14, it says, "Thus you nullify the word of God by your tradition that you have handed down, and you do many things like that." Again, Jesus called the crowd and said to him, "Listen to me, everyone, and understand this." So there's always a chance to start over in life, but when we start over with our hearts. We start over because we want to do it out of our soul, and it's not because we have to, and it's not because it's an obligation or because someone is telling us that we should do it, but it's because we do it out of our hearts. And when we want to change our life, especially with Christ, because if we can change things in our life and go through the hard confrontations with friendships, family, siblings, when we go through the tough things with them and we hold out through the challenges, why can't we do the same thing with our faith with God and in the life of ministry? We have to also hold out the challenges and stick through it, because at the end of the day, it says, "But the ones who endures to the end will be saved." So sticking to that, because not everything is going to be easy, but when we do it out of our hearts, and when it's not obligated to be Christian, or it's not obligated to follow God, we have this love and this passion to do it out of our hearts, and it actually it feels empty to not do it, so we do it out of our hearts. And this is why if we do it with everyday people, with our family, with our friends, if we go through tough situations to help them and to help our relationship with people, then why can't we do it with our relationship with God and our faith with God? Why can't we also focus and place our attention with Him? So I hope you guys get what I'm trying to go through this message, and that this season, holidays, we can also make sure that not everything's gonna be easy being as Christian, but we can work through the hard things because God is always there with us, and He can do the impossible. So we can work through situations with Him, and that we will be able to endure through our faith and the hardships that we go through. So I hope to see you guys very soon, and thank you for watching this video. Have a wonderful week or a wonderful season. Till next time, bye.